Consumers have been cutting into their savings more than ever, and expenses are likely to increase as the holiday season approaches. And we're here with the creator of Millennial Money and the Financial Freedom Summit and the author of the best-selling book, Financial Freedom, Grant Saberte. Did I say it right, Grant?
That works for me. Glad to be here.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Let's talk about your book, because this is an amazing book. What made you want to write this book?
Yeah, the book traces my journey from being 24 years old, having to move back with my parents and being completely broke, all the way to 5 years later having $1.25 million saved and reaching financial independence at the age of 30. It outlines all the steps that I took, and probably more importantly, everything that I learned about money, which, as it turns out, most of what we're taught about money in our culture and from our parents is not only outdated, it's actually incorrect. And it starts with the simple idea that time is money and money is time. We're always told that, but that's the biggest myth of all, because you can always go out and make more money, but you can't get back your time. So here we are trading the precious hours of our life for a paycheck, and we're not investing that money. We're not saving. We often waste it. And so it was about reframing my relationship. And then I wrote the book to take my own journey and turn it into steps that anyone could follow to save them more time and help them make more money to free up time to do the things that they love.
Yeah, and the holiday season is a time that people pretty much make that commitment. All right, the next year, I'm going to start the year off right. I'm going to save. But why does the holiday season we start to spend more money?
Yeah, I think we naturally spend more money at the holiday season because money's really a tool. You know, we like to give gifts to people that we love. We like to celebrate in that joy. We like to celebrate in the season, but we often get carried away. And so I encourage people this year to, if you're giving gifts to people that you love, instead of wondering what they want, save money by asking them what they want and make sure that you're giving them something that they want or that they can actually need. And then, you know, the other thing, we often just get carried away. And so this is the perfect time of year to start building a relationship with money and paying attention to where you're spending and if it makes you happy and your life better or those people around you better, because that's the mindset that you want to carry into 2021.
Yeah, and I know also in your book you're telling people don't be afraid of saving. Why are so many people so worried, like overwhelms them to save money?
It's because we're taught that saving is a sacrifice, but saving is actually an opportunity. You know, we tend to live in a world where, you know, we're not planning too far ahead for the future. But the strategy is to find that balance between spending today to make your life rich and saving for tomorrow for the you that you've yet to become. And so being able to create that balance, because the thing about money is if you invest money, it grows. And so $1 today is actually worth less than $1 in 10 years if you invest it. And so whenever you spend money, it's not just the amount of that money today, you're losing the potential for it to grow over time. So that new car that the American buys for $40,000, that's not a $40,000 car. That took you a year and a half of your life to make that money. And if you would have invested it instead, you'd have $300,000 in 20 years. So is that new car worth 1,500 hours of your life and $300,000? And it's about taking some of these concepts and reframing them to help you make better choices with your money, as opposed to just, you know, turning a blind eye and just buying whatever's in front of you.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Grant, this sounds like the perfect gift to give someone who you want to help with their finances. So how can people find out more?
Yeah, to learn more about the book, you can find it at any bookseller near you. You can find it at Target, on Amazon. Just search Financial Freedom. To learn some of these tips, check out millennialmoney.com. And we didn't get into it, but one of my biggest pet peeves is just people overspending on their cell phone bills. So the average American spends thousands of dollars more on their cell phone bill than they need to. So just check out totalwireless.com. Last year, my wife and I switched and we saved over $2,000 on our bill just last year. So that's something I encourage everyone to do. Just a simple step that you can take today that adds up massively over time.
I like that. Again, what's the website to save on our mobiles?
Totalwireless.com.
Perfect. Thank you, Grant.
Thanks for having me.